Good evening and welcome to the Daily Mirror News Roundup. You're with me, Azaz Zahid Karim. Let's take a look at our headlines. Chinese company refuses to budge. Entrusts fuel and coal procurement process to opposition. Plans afoot to provide free midday meal to school children. Government agrees to submit documents in Parliament over Ranjan's release. Sri Lankan envoy woos Chinese investment in solar and wind energy. Now, diving into our lead stories. A Chinese fertilizer company involved in a dispute with Sri Lanka has refused to budge and had demanded that Sri Lanka respect the spirit of the agreement reached between both parties. Qingdao Seawind Biotech Group reminded the Sri Lankan authorities of a supplementary agreement reached between both parties in February 2022. Both sides went to court after Sri Lanka accused the Chinese company of providing poor quality fertilizer. However, both parties later reached a settlement in the Sri Lankan Commercial High Court and the Chinese company withdrew the lawsuit in China. Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijesekara stated that the process of procuring fuel and coal should be entrusted to the opposition through a parliamentary committee appointed on the matter. He told Parliament that a committee should be set up in Parliament on the procurement of fuel and coal and its chairmanship should be handed over to the opposition. The minister said opposition MPs including former Minister Champika Ranawaka had claimed that fuel could be provided at lower rates. Leader of the House Susil Prema Jayantha stated that a task plan to provide free midday meals for all school children will be included in the budget for next year. Responding to a query raised by Leader of Opposition Sajith Premadasa, Minister Prema Jayantha said that arrangements will be made to provide midday meals for all school children through the next year's budget. Mr. Premadasa actually requested that the midday meal program should be resumed considering the UNICEF report which said Sri Lanka is in the 6th slot when it comes to countries with highest malnutrition among children. The government today agreed to submit in Parliament the documents pertaining to the presidential pardon to former MP Ranjan Ramanayake, responding to a request made by Chief Opposition Whip Lakshman Kiriyella. Justice Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa told Parliament that he would submit in Parliament the relevant documents. Mr. Kiriyella requested the government to submit the relevant documents pertaining to the presidential amnesty to Mr. Ramanayake, saying that they wanted to study it. Sri Lankan Ambassador to China Dr. Palitha Kohana stated that Sri Lanka is an ideal spot for solar energy development and also wind energy development, and China can be a big help as we transition to clean energy. The 2022 World Conference on Clean Energy Equipment is underway in southwest China's Sichuan province. More than 1,800 guests from 17 countries and regions are taking part in the event to discuss the development and future of the clean energy equipment industry, according to CGTN. For further details on these stories, visit our website www.dailymirror.lk. You're with me, Azaz Zahid Karim. This was the Daily Mirror News Roundup.